Hi everybody, this is Beth McCullough. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and I do Facebook Lives every Wednesday at noon. So today we're going to make something really simple. I haven't been feeling very well. I woke up yesterday and felt terrible and slept most of the day, but I'm feeling much better today. But quick and easy is still a good thing to do, right? So I received this little Post-it note. It's got a whole pad of Post-it notes in it. And the cover is actually cardstock when I was in Lansing in November. Oh, and they put Wink of Stella on here too. We need to make sure and do that on ours. So I thought it was so cute. Hello, Wendy. I'm so glad you get to watch live. So I used this idea that is someone else's, and I came up with this. And you know what's funny? I was looking in my Post-it note stash today. Look how well it matches. Who knew that Post-it note, I guess it would be the 3M company, and Stampin' Up! Got together, and they made Mango Melody Post-it notes. They made Coastal Cabana Post-it notes. And they made Highland Heather Post-it notes. So I think that's pretty sweet that they made the coordinating notes. Here's another one I did in the Highland Heather. So I'm going to show you how to do this today, and I'm also going to show you, some people havenent used the Stamparatus, so I'm going to show you that too. So I hope you'll stick around. Hello, Marceline. I'm glad you're here. So to do this Post-it note holder, I want you to measure your Post-it notes because you might have to adjust the measurements a little bit. But for mine, what I did is I did it 3 inches. Hello, Barb Kingsley. 3 inches by 6 3/8. And then I scored it at 3 inches and 3 3/8. But like I said, you need to work with it and make sure it fits your Post-it notes. A lot of times I would do 3 1/8 just to make it bigger. But on this one, I decided to do it exactly like the demonstrator did it. So it is tight. So you want to make sure that you get it on here right because it's really the exact measurements. So again, it's 3 inches wide or maybe a titch more. And then score it 3 inches and 3 3/8. And make sure it fits like a glove. See how it fits here? Okay. So let's put it together, and then I'm going to show you the Stamparatus and some other things too. So please stick around. Okay, so first for the tear and tape, after you've cut your Post-it note, I'm going to move this out of the way. You've cut your Post-it note and you know it fits the way you want it. Just flip it over. Tear and tape is super strong. And I put on 3 strips. You can see what you think if you want to add more than that. Hello, Kathy Winter. Yes, this stamp set, I hope it's not going to retire. I haven't had a chance to use it that much, and I really like it. And if you like coloring with the blends, it does all the coloring for you. So I'm going to cut off this little end. I got a little too ambitious on my tear and tape. Okay. And then I'm going to use the Take Your Pick tool. So today is like Christmas for Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. At 2 o'clock today, we get to find out what's retiring from this catalog. Hello, Lisa. I'm glad you could join me today. And we get to see the PDF of the new catalog. All you demos on here, aren't you excited? Yes. So customers will get the catalog by June 3rd, but we get it today. And I cannot wait to see. Okay, so for this, what I did is, again, I covered the front. I just really wanted to make sure the coverage was there. And I made sure I had it where I wanted it on the side. With the tear and tape, you have a one-shot deal. So you can't... Mikkel, I see you're on here. Hi, Jennifer. So for Mikkel, she needs a Girl Scout project. I've asked on my Central Iowa demos, no one has the Girl Scout stamp set. So I might have to buy a used one. They did send me a link for that. So Mikkel, you'll have to tell me how... I'll look at the project you sent me and see if they use that. Okay, so now I'm going to add, this is Coastal Cabana. I'm going to add the Mango Melody. And I like to use green glue on this. Anytime you're working in inches of 1/8 or 1/16, it's so nice to have the wiggle room to wiggle it around and get it exactly where you want it. And you know, actually, Mikkel, this is a project that your Girl Scouts could put together very easily and color. You know, they wouldn't have to have blends. So you could do this as one of your projects for next year. Okay, so there's the Mango Melody. And then I'm going to use the Stamparatus and show you how I stamped this. Someone wrote to me, actually a dear friend from Australia, and asked how often we do it. I don't do it a lot online just because typically I use the Stamparatus when I'm making multiples of a project, but I do love it. Okay, so on this layer, you can use the large stitch shaped squares. This one. This I hope doesn't retire. How many agree with me? If these retire, these are my favorite shapes ever. I use them every day, I think. Okay, so if you don't have the shapes, you can also just cut out a square of 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. But I did use the square. And I'm going to put it all the way up in the corner. A lot of times I use magnets too. So funny. I need my glasses. I have them on to color, but I can't see with them on if I'm doing other things. So when you do the Stamparatus, I hate to take them off of here. What I did is I set my clean stamp, Hello Linda Lace, on the card where I wanted it to go. And then I took my Stamparatus plate and just picked it up. Okay? And then you always use Memento ink when you're using the blends. And I'm just going to stamp it up a little. Hopefully it's not stamped up all the way so I can show you. This is the great thing about the Stamparatus. You just rub it a little bit. Hello, Kim. I'm glad you could get on. Well, it stamped pretty good. So maybe the little fairy gal will stamp. I'll just not put as much ink on her. I did the same thing. I placed the clean stamp on the cardstock and then I picked it up. But this way you can make 20 of these. Actually, this is my third one this morning. Okay, so see, usually when you stamp, if you don't get all the ink, it's a boo-boo and you have to start over because you can't ink it up in the same spot again. But for this, you can totally ink it up. Look at that. Now it's awesome. So yes, Ruth, who asked me about the Stamparatus, I do love it. And one thing you're going to want to do is have something. I want to take the ink off of this right away. Mainly so it doesn't get all over everything. Okay, so now we have this. Whenever you're working with the blends, it's going to go through. So you want to put paper, and then I usually use foam too because I don't want it to go through on my countertops. I'm also going to shut my black Memento. Okay, so for the blends, I made all the hair Mango Melody. And I did that mainly because it matched with my cardstock. Can you see what I'm doing? So who has any questions today? Or tell me what your favorite thing in the current catalog is that you'll be sad if it retires, or that everyone should buy if they don't have it and it retires. So with this hair, you could give her highlights really easy if you just use the light and the dark. And let's see. I definitely need to use Bermuda Bay. There isn't a Coastal Cabana marker, so I'm going to use the Bermuda Bay. And that is what color her dress is going to be. So I'm going to leave her hands white and then just color the cardstock. The shading on this is so pretty. So you really don't have to shade it. So nobody has a favorite thing? What's your favorite thing in the catalog that you don't want to retire? Please put it in the comments. I know you all have favorite things. Who will get on at 2 o'clock right away and see what's retiring? I will definitely be on there. I can't wait to see the new stamp sets too. So on this one, I'm going to use the Light Lovely lipstick. And I'm going to color the rest of her dress with lipstick. It's so quiet here. Steve and Sean are both here working, and they were super, super noisy last week. So I think they're scared of me this week because it's totally silent. And since you guys aren't chatting with me, I feel like I'm here alone. Let's see. Here's the dark Highland Heather. Oh, Wendy says it's cute. Thank you, Wendy. And Barb is looking forward to seeing the new catalog. Yeah, we'll get 5 new in colors. We'll find out what those are today. I was telling my team on Monday, my guess for the in colors, I saw the next Paper Pumpkin, and it's going to be a rainbow. I'm going to use the light Flirty Flamingo and give her little pink cheeks because she's a cute little fairy. But they said Purple Posy is in the next Paper Pumpkin. And we know Bumblebee, the yellow, is in there. So my prediction for the new in colors is pink, peach, a light green, and a light blue. So we'll see soon. So what do you think of that? The other thing that I forgot to add on these, and you maybe can see it on camera here. Hello, Sandy Cordick. I need to post when we're going to do our Zoom Paper Pumpkin. I want to find a time everybody can come. So this is like a glitter pen. Wendy just bought this recently. Have you used it, Wendy? Makes everything sparkly and cute. And this fairy, even in her hair, I think she needs sparkly and cute everywhere. Maybe even on her pen. So you'll have to tell me, can you see the sparkle? It's pretty fun. I'm going to go back later and make sure I sparkle up all the other ones. And you know, I probably should have attached it before I added the sparkles because I don't want to mess it up when I put it on. So typically I would put the 5 dimensionals on the back of the little fairy. But because I went crazy with the Wink of Stella, I'm actually going to put them on here. Take off the backings. That way I can hopefully put it on here without messing up any of my Wink of Stella. Oh, isn't she cute? Tell me you love her. Hey, Joe, how are you? Okay, so here they are. I'll move my little pad here. These are little Post-it notes. What a sweet little gift. Okay, I need to know your favorites again. This is number 1, number 2, and number 3. What do you think? And this is all a sweet demonstrator. I got this in Lansing. And I totally used her idea to make these cute ones. You like number 2, Wendy? Well, this would be my favorite color. I'm afraid I might like that one the best too. So I will go ahead and Wink of Stella those. So glad you could join me today. Donna, are you home from Florida? I think today is the day you get home. And it's pretty and sunshiny out. It's going to be cloudy this afternoon, so I hope you make it home before it's not as beautiful as it is now. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. I'll be back next Wednesday at noon. I'll post in the comments the directions. And Kim Baker, I saw the tour of your stamp room this morning. It's amazing. Marceline likes this one the best. Marceline has an inside track with me. So do you want this to show up at your house, Marceline? You like number 2? Oh, number 2 is a close second, so you like number 1. Everybody likes number 1. Okay, this one's almost the same. I have lots of purple fans, I can tell. Well, you guys are awesome. Thanks for sticking with me so long. And I would love to hear what you'd like me to make next week, and also vote on your favorite. If you're watching this on the replay, please put replay in the comments. I hope you have a blessed day, and I'll be back next Wednesday. Bye-bye.